guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Janae. I run a blog called Highlowluxxe and I focus on luxury, beauty, fashion, and travel. And today we are doing a luxury video, an updated wish list video. So at the beginning of the year, I wrote a blog post with my luxury items I hope to, acquire throughout the year. So we're just gonna go through that list, see what I've gotten so far, see what I've totally changed my mind about, and see what's still on the list. And then also we're gonna go through the items that I have mentally added to that list, which I know is not great. But there are some items that have come out recently or that I've just fell in love with that have now made their way onto that list. So first item on my luxury wish list, and I will link the blog post below, but the first thing is a Fendi peekaboo in the size small. So I will insert a picture because I don't have it. The second year in a row it has been on my wish list and it's still there. One, because the price is just outrageous. And I love luxury, but it is a bit much. I think in stores it goes for around $4,500 or $4,600, something like that. And that is just, it's just a lot. And pre-loved, because of course that's probably going to be my option. It's still over $2,000. I've never seen one for less than $2,500 that's in really good condition. So yeah, I still really want it. I'm not sure the color, but I know I want like they come in different like types of leathers, and I want like the stiffer one, so it's like very structured, and I want it in the small size, and I would like some type of like multicolored. Like sometimes I have it like where the handle is a different color, or like the little turn lock is a different color. I would like something interesting and cool like that. But yeah, I don't have a specific color preference. I just love that bag. I think it's so elegant and classic, and it will never go out of style. It's become one of Fendi's classics. But yeah, I just haven't gotten it yet. So that's first on our list. Okay, next on my luxury wish list for 2019 is a Celine box bag, and I do have that. So I have it right here in gray, and I purchased it from Fashion File. I want to say in February. I think this was the first thing on my wish list that I got for the year. And it's just like a really pale gray, light gray with gold hardware, and sorry, it's filled with stuff, but it's in great condition, no wear or tear. And this was also very similar to the Celine, where I think this was or not the Celine, the Fendi. I think this was on my list for 2 years also, and mainly because, again, it is very expensive. I love this bag, but for such a simple, understated look, it's still in stores over $4,000, pre-loved over $2,000. So I didn't find it any cheaper. I just found the color that I really, really loved, and it's a great neutral, and I went ahead and purchased it. So very excited about this. I've checked it off my list for 2019. Next up is the Hermes Oran sandals, I think. I will put a picture up because I don't have them, and they are no longer on my wish list. So I actually tried these shoes on, and one, they weren't that comfortable, and I don't buy shoes that aren't comfortable because that's crazy. And two, they weren't very flattering on my foot. So yeah, so they got kicked off. We only got so much room and so much money. So those are no longer on my wish list, and that's pretty much that on that. Okay, next on my list are another pair of Gucci Princetown loafers, and I don't have them yet, so I don't have them to show you. I'm sure you've seen in most of my videos, I do have other pairs. So I have a pair of suede ones, or velvet. Yeah, I have a pair of velvet, like bedazzled ones. I have a pair of cream ones. Oh, I actually have them on my feet. I have this pair that is just worn out, and I have the actual full loafer in red, and they're my favorite pairs of shoes. They're the most comfortable pair of shoes. And on my wish list, I actually had the pale pink color, and I saw these. I mean, I had multiple opportunities throughout the summer to get these shoes. They're always available in stores, but every time I would see them, I would compare them to the cream ones that I have, and I just don't need them, especially when I have other things on my list that would fill a void in my closet. Those two shoes, the cream and the like pale pink, they would go with the same thing. So it's just it wasn't as urgent for me to purchase them. Maybe next summer when these are just like completely done, because I have wore them out, but I'm wearing them until the last little ends of summer and well into fall. But then after that, they'll probably be just like done and kind of like just too nasty to wear. And then I'll need to purchase another pair of light, you know, shoes that'll go with, you know, summery things. So I'm thinking maybe I'll get the pink ones then. And I'll put a picture up so you can see. But yeah, that is my thought process. So they're still on the list, but I just haven't purchased them yet, and they'll probably be on the 2020 list. So next item is a pair of Gucci Sunnies. I want to say they were called the acetate sunglasses. I will pop up a picture, and those are no longer on my wish list. I actually tried them on in stores and I just did not love them. I tried them on once in New York and I really liked them, and I was like, oh, I'll, you know, add them to my wish list. And then when I went back to actually buy them and I tried them on, I just wasn't feeling the $500 price tag, and like I didn't feel like I looked like a $500 price tag in them. That makes sense. You know, sometimes you put things on and you're like, yes, this makes me feel like it's worth the money. And I just didn't feel that with those, so they're off the list. They had to go. I had to make room. So those are no longer, again, I'll put up a picture on my wish list. Next up is a vintage Chanel flap in red. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll put it right here. You know that I do have this bag, and it was something to find, I'm telling you. So this is her. Say hi. Say hi to our friends. This was very difficult to find, which is why this has probably been on my list since the beginning of time, because I was very specific about the leather. I did want the leather that I have, which is lambskin. Yes, I wanted the lambskin leather because that's just what I prefer. I'm pretty careful with my bags. I wear them, but I'm pretty careful, and I just love the supple look of lambskin. I wanted that, and I wanted it to be a certain time period because I like, when I have flaps, I like the very square edge, and like some of the newer ones are kind of round, like there's like, this isn't straight, it like kind of curves. I'll try to put a picture up to give you an example. So I wanted a very specific look for it, and I wanted it to look very boxy and vintage and like kind of worn in. So yeah, so it took me a long time, and finally good old fashioned file, they came through and they had one up there, and I was not prepared. Usually I try to, like, you know, prepare for my big ticket items, and I was not prepared, but lucky for me, Fashion File has layaway. So, because this was gonna go, and I was like, no, I need to have this. So I had it, I think, on layaway for like a month, and I think it cost me like $500 to just like hold it there. So yeah, so we have that. We can check it off, and I'll keep her forever. So moving on, I could talk about her all day. Moving on. Okay guys, next on my list is a pair of archlights from Louis Vuitton in the neon color, and if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I do have them. These are them, and I love them. I purchased these in New York, I think in April. And yeah, I put them on my list. I knew I wanted them. I already had the monogram pair, and I wore those to death, and they still look great. I still wear them. But those kind of proved to me how much I really like that style of shoe. I wore them a lot in winter, which I didn't think I would. So yeah, when I saw that color, it just spoke to my soul. It's like still neutral, but like so fun and so extra. Like I can't wait. Even now, I can't wait to wear these in winter, because I didn't have them last winter, with like skinny black like jeans and like a big sweater and like my long black coat, and oh my god, just, I love them. Anywho, I love them. Yep, and I got them at, I think, Saks in New York. So yeah, we can check that off the list. We have them, and I love them. I don't need any more archlights. Those two, they got me covered. So next item is actually ready to wear. It is a Balenciaga sweatshirt, and this is still on the list, but I don't have anything. I'll pop up a picture of what I'm talking about, but I don't have it. I love sweatshirts. Anytime I travel, I get a sweatshirt. That's kind of like my, what do you call it? Souvenir. Yeah, that's like my souvenir for me to remember like places that I've been, and I just wear them all the time. Like usually if I'm working from home, I will have on a sweatshirt and just like pants or shorts or a dress or a skirt, but I love sweatshirts, so I know I'll get a lot of use out of that. So it's still on my list. I've never actually seen one in person, which is probably why I haven't bought one, and Yeah, I went to a Balenciaga store when I was in Capri and they didn't have any. So I probably would have bought it there because I was like feeling spendy, but they didn't have any. So that's still on the list. And then next are the Manolo blahnik Lorem shoes. I will pop up a picture because sadly I don't have them. But they're like the pointed toe, sparkly shoes. They're like a mule. And those are still on my list. And I have tried to purchase these shoes twice. Both times that I've been to New York this year, I tried to purchase them. I even tried them on, not in my size, because they didn't have my size, of course. Yeah, so I just haven't gotten the chance. It's for me, those are very much an impulse purchase. Like I could go online right now and buy them and find them somewhere in my size, but it's a lot of money for a shoe that I don't know how much I'll wear, but they're so beautiful that when you see them in person, you're just like, oh, I need it. So I'm just waiting on that moment to happen again and for them to be in my size. So currently they are still on the wish list. Okay, now we are gonna move on to things I have mentally added to the 2019 luxury wish list. And there's only 4. There's only 4, that's not a lot. There's only 4. So quickly, the Amina Buhati heels. I think I'm saying that right. I will pop up a picture. If you're on Instagram, you've seen these shoes. They are glorious and beautiful, and my God, I've never seen them in person. And the Manolo blahniks are still ahead of those. So, but they're definitely on my list. I mean, whichever pair I see first is probably what I'll buy. But they're beautiful. They're so cool. They're a little edgy, but still like glamorous, and I love them. Next up is a Balenciaga coat or blazer. I'll put up a picture. I actually tried on the blazer in Capri when I was looking for the sweatshirt, and the blazer it was gorgeous. But it's just way more than I wanted to spend. At the time, I think they started like $2,000 or $2,400, but I know they go on sale a lot in different prints in like the fall, like going into winter, because I saw one last year. So I'm kind of waiting on that. I plan on like that will be my big coat investment this year, but I still need it on sale. So that's on my list. And then next is a Lady Dior mini. I've added that to my list. At the time when I made this list, I actually had a Dior mini, but I've since sold it because of the color. I just didn't reach for it that much. It was very pretty, but it was like a coral color. And I knew I would wear something. I prefer red or pink. So I sold that, and I would like a black one with silver hardware. That is I want it to be a little more edgy than just like pretty. So that is on my list. And then lastly, another Chanel flap, because that is my favorite bag. If you are not new to my channel, you know that. And I want it in a baby pink color. I will put up an example of what I have in my head, and I would like it to have silver hardware. And yeah, I feel like that would complete my like Chanel collection, because I just feel like that's the last thing missing. And I just feel like I would wear that just like the Gucci Princetown loafers in like that pale pink. Like that's just a shade I would wear till the end of time. It would go with a lot of things because it's kind of a neutral when you get into that like pale color. So yeah, I can picture it now, but I gotta find it, and I gotta find it pre-loved, of course. So yeah, those are the new items that have been added to my list to replace the things that I kicked off. But I only kicked off 2 and I added 4, so doesn't really add up, but here we are. Hey guys, that is it. That is my updated luxury wish list for 2019. I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, if you stuck around this long, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification so you never miss a video. Find me on Instagram at Highlowluxxe and read my blog, highlowluxxe.com. As always, thanks for watching. See ya.